Season 2 of Wednesday opens with Wednesday tied up in a killer's basement and black tears running down her face. It's bold, disturbing, and instantly sets the tone. This season is going to be darker, more personal, and far more dangerous. From that opening shot, we know we're diving into Wednesday's own psyche, her relationships, and the chaos surrounding Nevermore Academy. This episode is packed with symbolism, layered storytelling, and big hints about the season ahead. We start with Wednesday's hunt for the Kansas City Scalper, a serial killer she's idolized since childhood. This storyline shows how Wednesday's morbid fascination is tied to her identity. She's obsessed with control, danger, and understanding darkness. When she is captured by him, we see the first signs of trouble, her black tears. The black tears symbolize corruption in her psychic powers. Every time she uses her ability, it's costing her something deeper, maybe even her sanity. And goody, her old guide is gone, which leaves her vulnerable. This killer subplot also mirrors her childhood flashback, linking past and present. It's Wednesday chasing a 6-year-old's obsession, but finding out that it's not as satisfying as she had imagined. Her scalper scalped headline feels hollow, proof that even when she wins, it doesn't fill the void. Bringing the Addams family, especially Pugsley, into Nevermore changes the energy. During their road trip, we learn that Pugsley has electrokinesis. Pugsley's powers reflects inheritance and legacy. But Wednesday sees his powers only in terms of utility, only for Morticia to remind her that being an outcast is about identity, not abilities. Morticia's diary scene is key. It connects Wednesday's black tears to Ophelia, Morticia's sister, suggesting this curse is part of her family. This isn't just about solving a mystery. It's about confronting her bloodline and what it means to be a raven. When Wednesday returns to Nevermore, she finds out that she's popular. Students want selfies with her, but she hates it. This tension, hero versus outcast, is huge. Wednesday thrives on being separate from everyone else, but now she's forced into the spotlight. Her speech at the pyre when she says that she's not their hero and that she only cares about herself is brutally honest and a rejection of forced identity. This is about authenticity versus expectation. Everyone wants her to be their savior, but Wednesday resists labels, especially the positive ones. The stalker plot is the season's central mystery. The razor blade note, the cutout photos, and the stolen manuscript are personal attacks. The red-eyed crow becomes an ominous symbol. Crows have always represented death and transformation in Gothic literature, but here it's tied to visions, the graveyard, and Enid's future death. Wednesday and Enid's dynamic is one of the episode's emotional cores. Their gift exchange is both funny and heartfelt, a friendship built on weirdness. But the ending vision of Enid's death changes everything. This moment deepens the theme of fear of intimacy. Wednesday pushes people away to protect them and herself. But now she's being forced to confront the possibility that her visions aren't just warnings, they might be self-fulfilling. Episode 2 of Wednesday builds on the season's dark tone while mixing in twisted humor. What starts with a vision of Enid's death spirals into murder, riddles, and a deadly prank gone too far. This episode deepens the season's central mysteries, Wednesday's unstable powers, the stalker's motives, and the ominous red-eyed crow, while also raising questions about trust, family, and obsession. The episode begins with Wednesday waking up from her graveyard vision, and we see black tears on her face again. Morticia warns her that this is psychic exhaustion and urges her to wait for a new guide. Wednesday refuses, insisting she doesn't have time. This tension between control and patience is important, because Wednesday's refusal to slow down is making her powers unstable. Wednesday's investigation leads her to Galpin's house, where she finds him dead, his eyes are pecked out. The room erupts in a storm of crows, capped by the single red-eyed crow flying out last. When she touches his body to spark a vision, nothing happens. This moment pushes two key mysteries forward. The red-eyed crow is tied to her visions and now to a murder. Its reappearance cements it as a supernatural link between her psychic powers and the killer. Her failing powers show that she's losing her edge. She can't even read Galpin's body, raising the question that if she can't trust her own abilities, how can she solve anything? Enid's kidnapping isn't just suspenseful, it raises the personal stakes. Wednesday's vision of her death now feels closer than ever. Enid apologizing to Bruno during their captivity, and even kissing him adds warmth. But it also reminds us that Enid has her own life and vulnerabilities. Wednesday's attachment to Enid is now her biggest risk. Saving her isn't just about loyalty. It's about confronting the fear that her visions might impact the people she loves. Prank Day gives the episode a false sense of fun, with blood jokes, fake scares, and playful chaos. But this humor masks the danger. Enid is kidnapped and chained beneath a ceiling of falling knives, forcing Wednesday into a race against time. She solves the puzzle, playing the notes D-E-A-D, which spells out dead on the organ, and she identifies the invisible man as the missing book. This is classic Wednesday, intellect as survival. The invisible killer theme mirrors her stalker, someone hidden in plain sight, watching her every move. Agnes DeMille's reveal as the culprit is a fake-out. Her elaborate game shows how Wednesday's fame has consequences. Fans, stalkers, and even killers are now all blurring together, leaving Wednesday unsure who to trust. This episode weaves in key side plots that expand the world. Bianca being pressured to use her siren powers on Morticia reveals Dort's manipulative side and his obsession with control. His immunity to her powers, thanks to his coral watch, adds a sinister edge. Slurp's escape and brutal attack on the driving instructor keeps the Skull Tree subplot alive. The missing brain and his unnatural strength hint that he's more than a one-off monster. Morticia secretly taking Goody's book of spells ties into Wednesday's powers, suggesting family involvement and how her visions are spiraling. These threads make Nevermore feel unstable from every angle. Episode 3 blends gothic mystery with action and humor, but beneath the camping trip chaos, it's really about family conflict, buried secrets, and Wednesday's growing frustration with her failing powers. Between her tense duel with Morticia and the ominous reappearance of the one-eyed crow, the season's core mysteries deepen while setting up bigger questions about trust, legacy, and the dangers circling Nevermore. The episode opens with Wednesday sneaking into Morticia's room to steal Goody's book of spells. Their confrontation is more than just about the book, it's about control. Morticia believes the book is dangerous shortcuts that will only hurt Wednesday. But Wednesday believes it's her only way to stop Enid's death. Morticia comparing her to Ophelia ties their conflict to family trauma. This isn't just mother versus daughter. It's about Morticia trying to break a cycle she's seen destroy her own sister. Their blind duel later at camp is symbolic of their relationship, fighting without truly seeing each other's perspectives. Wednesday's trip to Galpin's secret cabin uncovers newspaper clippings about outcasts dying at Willow Hill for over 15 years, all tied to someone named LOIS. This shifts the murder mystery from personal to systemic, hinting at a cover-up involving the asylum and possibly Dr. Fairburn. Her failure to trigger a vision here is key. Her psychic powers are now unreliable, forcing her closer to Goody's book and more desperate than ever. The one-eyed crow watching her again reinforces its role as a supernatural warning sign. It's tied to every major death or revelation, making it a symbol of fate looming over Wednesday. The camping trip brings in humor and action with the cadets versus outcasts color war, but it also highlights Wednesday's growing leadership and ruthlessness. She is calm in chaos, weaponizing bees, and she has a strong desire to secure victory. Wednesday's determination to win isn't about pride. It's more so that she can sneak off to investigate the bullpen. Her obsession with the mystery is isolating her further from her friends and deepening the divide with Morticia. Meanwhile, Slurp escaping during the trip adds another layer of danger, connecting Pugsley's reckless curiosity to the larger chaos surrounding Wednesday. Amid all the mystery, Enid's breakup with Ajax adds emotional weight. Her confession that she's not the same person she was before summer mirrors Wednesday's own changes. It's also another example of relationships crumbling around Wednesday, reinforcing the theme of isolation. Wednesday's refusal to tell Enid about the vision of her death speaks volumes. Her instinct is always secrecy, even when it hurts the people closest to her. The climax combines multiple threads, Wednesday dueling Morticia blindfolded while Slurp attacks Gomez in the woods. The duel ending with Morticia breaking Wednesday's glass heart as Wednesday simultaneously kills Slurp is layered symbolism. Morticia breaking her heart represents their emotional distance, and Wednesday's stabbing slurp at the same moment shows her focus on survival and control. The hooded figure holding the one-eyed crow ties all these events together, teasing a larger puppet master behind the chaos. Their disappearance hints at a powerful, unseen force watching everything. The reveal of Marilyn Thornhill being sent to Willow Hill closes the episode on a chilling note. If Lois ties back to the asylum, and now Thornhill is there, we may be heading toward a deeper conspiracy involving past villains and institutional corruption. Episode 4 is the explosive mid-season finale that ties together every mystery so far. This episode is about the cost of obsession, family secrets resurfacing, and how Wednesday's relentless need for answers leaves her bloodied, broken, and exactly where Morticia warned she'd end up. The episode starts strong with Tyler attacking Marilyn. This scene reestablishes Tyler's danger and their twisted bond. Marilyn's smile while being strangled shows her control over him hasn't fully broken. Their relationship is built on manipulation, blurring the line between master and victim. Dr. Fairburn's willingness to bargain with Marilyn also highlights one of the episode's core ideas. Authority figures aren't heroes, they've got their own flaws and agendas. Wednesday's distrust of adults is proven right again. Wednesday teaming up with Grandmama feels mischievous but important. The ashes in Patricia Redcar's urn being fake confirms Wednesday's fear. These dead outcasts didn't die. Instead, they were taken. Grandmama's involvement is symbolic. It's the older generation feeding Wednesday's rebellion while Morticia tries to contain her. Buying the cemetery also shows Wednesday being slowly pulled into the family's darker traditions, even as she resists Morticia's control. The hooded figure stealing evidence with the crow reinforces how close this stalker is to Wednesday's every move, turning her into a target in her own investigation. Morticia finally reveals that Ophelia also had black tears, screaming, and she was sent to Willow Hill. This explains Morticia's obsession with keeping Wednesday away from Goody's book and her psychic powers. She's terrified Wednesday will meet the same fate as her sister. Ophelia's story deepens the theme of legacy and inherited trauma. For Morticia, every step Wednesday takes toward danger is a reminder of what she lost. For Wednesday, it's proof that her family's past is tangled in the very conspiracy she's chasing. The reveal of LOIS, long-term Outcast integration study, is the heart of the episode. What seemed like random murders turns out to be a decades-long experiment, led by Judy Stonehurst, who carries on her father Augustus's twisted dream of turning normies into outcasts. Judy becoming an avian through experimentation mirrors a key theme: the exploitation of outcasts by those who envy their power. The hidden cells filled with outcasts is a horrifying imagery, transforming Willow Hill into a place of imprisonment rather than healing. Fester's comic moments like flirting with the lunch lady and using his electricity gives a brief relief from the tension, but they also serve a purpose. His easy navigation of the chaos contrasts with Wednesday's bruising struggle, emphasizing how much more personal this mission is for her. Even Fester calling Augustus an old friend in his final moments ties the Addams family deeper to Willow Hill, showing that this isn't just Wednesday's story. It's been haunting their bloodline for years. Tyler killing Marilyn is brutal but symbolic. It's the Hyde fully unleashed, cutting ties to his former master. But his choice to give her a 5-second head start shows that his humanity is still buried somewhere inside. This also resets Tyler as a looming personal, violent, and unstoppable threat to Wednesday. The climax, Wednesday being hurled through a window by the Hyde, is thematically crushing. Morticia warned her that chasing these answers would only make things worse, and now Wednesday is lying in her own blood, realizing her mother was right. Episode 4 is the moment Wednesday's investigation becomes deadly real. Lois has been exposed, but Tyler is back, Marilyn is dead, and Willow Hill is in chaos. Every thread ties back to Wednesday's family, her psychic powers, and the danger of digging too deep. As she lies bleeding, she admits in her voiceover that Morticia was right. It's a rare moment of vulnerability for Wednesday, and it sets up the back half of the season. This questions if Wednesday can solve this mystery without becoming the very thing her mother fears. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.